Hello, guys. Nice to have you here. I'm really happy to be with you. One more opportunity. Today, we're going to start or we're going to continue with this topic, phrasal verbs. In this case, class number 26. Ok, bienvenidos, chicos. Hoy día vamos a continuar con la clase de phrasal verbs. En esta ocasión, la número 26 ya. Vamos a ver siete phrasal verbs más y espero que les sirvan de mucha utilidad. ¿Ya? Recuerden que hoy comenzamos las clases grupales, tanto de básico, intermedio o las clases de speaking para nivel avanzado. Si desean información, recuerden poder escribirme aquí al WhatsApp para brindarles los horarios y los costos también. Let's start with the first phrasal verb. In this case, we're gonna talk about put off. Okay, what does put off mean, guys? What does put off mean? Maybe you know when you listen to the following phrase. Oh, we need to put off the meeting. We need to put off the concert. To put off. Okay, to put off. What does in this case put off mean? Well, we are going to use the word postpone. Okay, to put off is to postpone, or delay. Okay, to postpone is to delay something, to postpone something, to put off something. So this is very common when we have some events. For example, in the case of a concert, maybe we can say, oh, we need to put off the concert due to the raining. Okay, due to the raining. So in this case, you can use to put off, okay, to put off, to postpone the concert because of the weather, of the bad weather. To be disgusted by, yes, that's another meaning of put off. Great. Okay, to cancel. Not necessarily, we don't say to cancel, or we don't use to cancel here. It's just more to delay something. Okay, so it could be an event. Let's start with the first part. Okay, we can use, for example, the first part. Okay, to put off, for example, put off a meeting. So the meeting is today, but we need to put it off because the our boss had an accident. Okay, our boss had an accident, and we can't have the meeting today. We need to postpone it. We need to put it off. Okay, to put it off. We need to delay, or we need to reschedule the meeting for a different time. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Henry. Thank you. Thank you very much for that gift. Okay, what else can we use here? As I told you, to put off an event. Remember, put off an event. We had to put off the concert. Okay, we have to put off the well, now maybe the festival. We need to put off the project. Okay, to put off an event, to put off a party. We can also say that. Hey, is the exam today? Is a party today? Yeah, it was supposed to be today, but we had to put it off. Okay, we had to put off the party because of an inconvenience. Okay, so you can use here put off. Okay, put off an event, put off a concert, put off a party, put off an interview, okay, put off a festival. Now, we can also use, for example, here, put off for a, like in the case of an exam, put off an exam. Okay, we had an exam today. We have an exam today, so we need to put it off. Okay, we need to put it off. Yeah, Yeah, put off is not very common in the United States. Yes, it's a possibility, but it's okay to know when what it means, no? How to use it. Yeah, but thank you very much for that observation. Okay, so we can put here, we need to postpone, we need to delay. What else, guys? We can also use this for things that we don't want to do. Okay, to put off, for example, the project. Okay, we have, I'm putting off the project. Huh? I don't want to do the project today. So maybe it's not possible. In the case of, for example, a meeting or an event, we have an inconvenience. No, we have an inconvenience, so it's not possible to have the meeting or the event today because it's an external, some external factors. But when we use, for example, put off, we can also postpone it because we don't want to do it, or because um, we are a little lazy today. We feel a little lazy today, or we don't want to do anything today. We can use uh, this a lot too. Okay, to put off the project. Okay, or your project, huh? Your project to put off tasks. Okay, if you have some tasks or some responsibilities, no, you can also use that. No? Hey, I'm not gonna do it today. I have to go to the bank. I don't want to do it today. Okay, maybe next week. Okay, so in this case, you are putting off some responsibility from some tasks. No? Hey, I have to clean. I have to do the dishes. But maybe I can do it after at night. Huh? I can do it at night or later. Yeah. So sometimes put off indicates the idea of not doing something because we don't want to. Okay. This moment, or we don't have enough energy or something like this. Huh? So lazy people always put off things. Okay. They always put off things. Other possibility, put off a trip. You can use this. Huh? Oh, I have been putting off my trip to Europe because I couldn't save enough money. Yes, so it's like I want to travel, but at this moment I need to work. Okay, I need to work. I need money, so I need to put off some things. So it could be like a little related to procrastination. When when we postpone things because we always have this idea. No? Maybe I can do it later. It's not urgent. I can do it next week or next month or next year. Okay, it won't affect me. Okay, it could be possible to do that in another time. So we sometimes procrastinate or we sometimes start putting things off. Okay, so in some opportunities that is good, but if you keep putting off important things, okay, then there is a big problem. Okay, you have a big problem because you are not doing what you have to do or what you're supposed to do. Okay, you can use this a lot, copy the examples there, and we're going to continue with the next activity. Okay, now I want you to write your own sentences using putting off. Okay, putting off. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I need to. I'm running out of ink. Listo, chicos. Entonces, vamos a hablar de put off, que sería posponer, ¿ok? O aplazar también otra opción. Estamos hablando de aplazar algo porque ha sucedido un inconveniente. Por ejemplo, um, we have to put off the concert due to Ok, the bad weather. Tuvimos que posponer el concierto o debido al mal clima. Ya estamos hablando de posponer. Puede ser por un inconveniente, puede ser por algún factor externo o puede ser posponer porque nosotros no queremos hacerlo, ¿no? Normalmente procrastinamos. Decimos, no, mañana puedo hacerlo. I can do it later. Y al final, pues, terminamos posponiendo cosas importantes. So that is that in this case is to put off, ¿ok? Eso es lo que implicaría put off. Ahí tienen algunos ejemplos y ahorita voy a leer sus ejemplos. Deme un instante. Ok, tengo que ponerle tinta a los marcadores. Ok. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. Ok, so, vamos a poner esto por aquí. Ok, listo. Entonces, no puedes estar toda la vida posponiendo cosas, chicos. No pueden estar toda la vida. Hay cosas que no se deben hacer. Hay cosas que se pueden esperar. Pero hay cosas que son importantes y son las que normalmente aplazamos. Ok. Volví a estar. Listo, vamos a leer sus oraciones. Ahora sí. Okay, let's read what you have here. I need to put off my appointment because I have an interview. I have an interview now. Okay. She puts off an event due to. Oh, she put off. That's perfect, Limon. She put off an event due to the bad weather. Cuando utilices el due to, tienes que poner debido a, ¿no? Al mal clima. Entonces no podemos poner debido a que hacía mal clima. Siempre es due to y el sustantivo. Due to the bad weather, due to the rain, due to an accident, due to an inconvenient. Siempre tenemos que poner el sustantivo, nada más. Okay. Don't put off the event because it's so important for everyone. Yes, very good. Welcome everyone to today's class. He has to put off the picnic due to okay, the bad weather. He put off his vacation until next month. Okay, he put off his vacation. Okay, that's good. We put off the vacation. Our vacation, maybe you can say, Del Valle. We put off our vacation for next year, for this year. I'm not sure. Maybe next year it would be much better. Let's put off the party because we are running out of time. Yes, put off a party. This sounds very. That sounds very. Um. Okay. Okay. If you say like let's put off the party, it sounds very formal, no? So you wouldn't listen to a person saying something like that unless it's a big event, okay? But what we need to do, or what we have to, what we say when we are with our family or friend is just like, hey, we need to postpone, no? We need to postpone the party, or we need to have the party uh, next week, okay? That would be like much better because it sounds very formal for, hey, let's put off the party, no? That sounds very formal, very technical. Yeah, but it's possible. It's possible. Okay. I love to put off things. Really, Leonardo? No, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Okay, very good. I don't like to put off my own plans, but I have to do it anyway. Okay. Mm-hmm. We have to put off the exam because the student didn't finish their program. Uh-huh. Yes, remember that put off can be used more in big events, for example. Okay, we can use this for big events like a concert, a meeting, and it's very formal. Okay, so yes, if you work for a big company, yes, you can say, hey, we need to put off the meeting. Okay, or we need to reschedule the meeting. Yep, because it's a formal situation, a formal context. Okay. Yes, I need to put off my homework, for example, is maybe if you're talking with your if you're talking to with your professor at the university, yes, you can say that, no? Professor, I need to put off my homework because I have to travel. And the university assigned me to be a representative of the institution, something like that. No? This sounds very formal. But if you say like to your you never say to this to your friend, hey, I need to put off my homework. It sounds like what? Okay, so we need to just say, oh, I'll do my homework later. I'll do my homework later. Yes. So keep that in mind, guys. Okay, this is more for formal context. Okay, for formal context. Recuerden, chicos, que put off es un poquito más como un inglés formal o técnico, ¿no? Sobre todo en negocios es muy común esto. Tenemos que posponer la reunión, tenemos que posponer la junta, tenemos que posponer el concierto, que son cosas bastante formales, ¿no? No podrías decir, por ejemplo, tengo que posponer, por ejemplo, oye, vamos a posponer la fiesta, ¿no? No es algo que normalmente diríamos si es que estás con tus amigos, ¿no? Hoy, lo normal que dirías es, hoy día no vamos a tener fiesta, tendremos que hacerlo otro día. Es lo mismo en inglés, ¿no? We won't have the party today. Maybe we'll have to do it next time, ¿no? Or next Saturday. Sería algo más así, ¿ok? So remember that. A menos que sea, por ejemplo, no sé, una fiesta de un famoso, ¿no? Y digamos, oh, tenemos que posponer la fiesta, ¿no? Yes, in that case you can use that a lot. Okay. What language do you use? I speak Spanish. That is my first language. I need to put off the meeting. Yes. Igual con I need to put off the homework. Podríamos poner esto, ¿no? En el caso de un profesor, por ejemplo, podría decir eso. Chicos, tenemos que posponer la tarea. Si es que tú vas a, no sé, pongamos que tú dijiste hoy día que vamos a revisar la tarea, pero no puedes. Vamos a posponer la tarea para la próxima semana, ¿ok? En ese caso sí podrías decir, no, we need to put off the homework. Pero si tú quieres decir, no, hoy día no quiero hacer mi tarea, voy a posponer mi tarea, no, normalmente no decimos eso. Ok, normalmente decimos, ok, I don't want to do my homework today, maybe I'll do it later, ¿no? Lo voy a hacer después. I'll do it later. Okay, so this is for formal situations or formal contexts. Okay, por ahí vi que alguien puso call off, ¿no? Call off. Off is cancel. Okay, so this is not to cancel. We have to call off the concert. We need to cancel the concert. We need to cancel the concert. But if we're talking about put off, it's more like we need to reschedule the concert. Maybe we can't have the concert today, but the plans are still there. Okay, so maybe we can have the concert next month or in 6 months, but we are going to have the concert. Okay, don't worry about that. So that is the difference between call off to cancel and put off to postpone or to delay. Okay, guys, we're gonna start now with the next part. Okay, reschedule could be another possibility too. Reschedule. Reschedule is also very formal. Okay, listo. Let's continue. Pushback podría ser también, ¿no? Pushback. Okay, dictation, guys. Ok. Ah, otro asunto, chicos. Otro asunto de put off. Esto sí, esto sí es bastante común. Ok. Number two, put off. Remember, we are going to use put off for things that we don't want to do now. And we just postpone them and postpone them and postpone them. Okay? You just postpone things because you don't want to do it. In that case, you can use this. So we're going to use, for example, this phrase. Don't put off your homework. Como les expliqué, yo no puedo decir yo quiero posponer mi tarea. Pero sí podrías utilizarlo para hablar acerca de lo opuesto, ¿no? Don't put off your homework. No pospongas tu tarea. Ok, don't put off your homework. No pospongas tu tarea. No dejes tu tarea para después. Eso sí lo podrías decir. Ok, don't put off your homework. Porque put off también estamos hablando de dejar para después. Ok, dejar para más tarde. Ok, Carlos, si deseas información, tengo clases personalizadas y grupales. Mándame un mensajito. Ok, en este caso sí podríamos decir, don't put off your homework. Hey, don't put off your tasks, ¿no? Don't put off your life plans, ¿no? Don't put off your own projects. No pospongas tus proyectos personales, porque estamos hablando no de posponer, como en el caso de arriba, de manera formal, sino de querer hacerlos después. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. Now, let's continue with the dictation. Thank you very much for sharing the live. Thank you. Okay, okay. She put off going to the doctor. Or let's continue. She keeps putting off going to the doctor. Listen and write. She keeps putting off going to the doctor. 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 Oh my God, it's very cold here. She keeps putting off going to the doctor. Okay, here. I'm from Peru. Class 51. Class 51. Can I join? What? Lamborghini. Okay. She keeps putting off going to the doctor. Ok, chicos, disculpen si no les termino de responder. Ayúdenme con las respuestas en los comentarios, porque no quiero interrumpir la clase con los comentarios. No es que no los quiera responder, solamente es que si me corto con la explicación, después es más difícil volver a explicarlo, retomar la clase. Ok, she keeps putting off going to the doctor. So let's start writing it down, guys. Okay, she she keeps putting off going to the doctor. Guys, what does this sentence mean? Try to give me an explanation in English. She keeps putting off going to the doctor. Okay, this is very common for people that are afraid of getting sick, right? They always say, "Oh, I have a stomach ache," or maybe my head hurts, or my shoulder hurts, and they say, "Hey, but you should go to the doctor." Yes, you should go to the doctor. And they say, "No, I don't want to go to the doctor. What if the doctor tells me I'm sick?" That's why you're going to the doctor. You go to the doctor because you have a health problem, okay? So some people exaggerate, no? And they say, "No, I don't want to go to the doctor because the doctor is going to tell me that I am sick. And I don't want to listen, okay, to that." So And that is what we have here. Okay, he keeps putting off going to the doctor. Okay, very good. I'm gonna erase this and let's continue with phrasal verb number 2. Okay, in this case, we are going to continue with put on. Okay, guys, does put on mean? Okay, put on. What does it mean, guys? Yes, that says hello, good afternoon. Please let me speak. No, sorry, Lamborghini, I can't stop the class. I need to continue with it. But if you have any questions, you can write it down in the comments. Okay, put off, posponer. Fatima. She's not going to the doctor. Yes, she keeps postponing. Yes, over and over. Yeah, exactly. I've always had a shot once. Oh, maybe twice. Yes, she keeps putting off going to the doctor. It's really hot here. Really, here in Lima is really cold. Really cold. Okay. Okay. Number one, to put on in this case is to dress. Okay, to dress. Okay, to dress. Um, or to dress to wear something. Let's put it to wear something. Okay. I don't. Let's make it. Let's keep it simple. To wear. Okay, that is the first meaning. To wear something. Okay, number two. To gain weight. You can also say, I'm putting on some extra kilograms. Okay, to wear or to gain weight. Yep. So there are other meanings, but we are going to analyze just two. Okay, just these two meanings. Okay, number one, to put on is to, for example, hey, it's very cold here. Put on. Put on your jacket. Yeah, oh, it's very cold here. I'm going to put on some gloves. Okay, I'm going to put on some gloves. So yeah, maybe we can do this, right? Where are my gloves? Okay. Okay, so to put on. Look at this. I have my hands are bare, and I'm going to put on my gloves. I'm going to put on my gloves because it's very cold. Okay, because it's very cold here. Okay, so I've just put off my gloves here. Well, and what is the opposite of put off? Okay, for example, oh, it's very hot here. My gloves are not necessary right now. So what is this, no? When we do the opposite. Now, what is this? How do you call this action when you don't need your gloves anymore? What is the opposite of put off? One more time. Again, I'm putting off my gloves. Okay, I'm putting off my gloves. Okay, but now what is the opposite action? This is the opposite. I'm putting off my gloves. Now, what is this action? What is this action? I don't need my gloves anymore. So what? How do you call this action? In this case, it is to take off. Okay, take off. Put off, no. We don't use put off. We use take off. Okay, that is in this case the meaning of this action. Okay, to put on your clothes, to put on a jacket, to put on a t-shirt, and then oh, it's very hot right now, but you take them off. Okay, you take them off. Put off and take off. Put on and take off. Okay, so we're gonna use some phrases here, like for example. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, we are going to use put on your jacket. This is very common in the case of mothers, right? Mothers always tell their children to put on their jackets, right? They always say that, oh, it's gonna get cold later. Put on your jacket. Other possibility we use here, put on your shoes. Okay. When you go to, when you visit someone, maybe this person is going to ask you, hey, take off your shoes. Okay, if you get into my apartment, you need to take off your shoes. Okay, so after you finish your visit, you can put on your shoes again. Okay, you can just put on again. Now, this is also very important to for something that girls love to do. In this case, is to put on makeup. This is the action, girls. Okay, this is the action. To make up, no, we never say to make up for for your face. Okay, for course for cosmetics, we never use to make up. We never say that. Okay, we always say to put on makeup. I don't know how. Okay, some people are so skilled at putting on makeup while driving. I've seen girls that are driving and at the same time they are putting on makeup. Okay, or the bus. No, they are at the bus and the bus is like very is moving a lot, is shaking a lot, and then they are like putting on makeup on the bus. Okay. Yes, please, Lamborghini. You can write down your question. Okay. So you can use this action, okay? Put on makeup. Yeah, what else? What else can we use here? Okay. Well, we can also put here, for example, in the case of to gain weight, okay? Put on a lot of weight. You can use this, okay? He put on a lot of weight, no? He gained weight at all. He gained weight. So, okay, guys, write your sentence, your questions there, guys. And if you see any question, maybe one of your classmates can help you with that. Please do it. I don't want to interrupt the class too much. Okay. Other possibilities is like to put on music. Hey, let's put on some music. Let's put on some music. You can also use this other word, put on a smile. Yes, you can say, hey, smile, please. Or you can say, put on a smile. You're always serious. Or when you're taking a picture, you can say that. Hey, put on a smile. No, you're very serious, or you look very serious. Okay, so we have like different options here that you can use. Well, listo, chicos. Entonces, put on significa vestir. Ok, vestir o ponerse. Ponerse. Fernando, thank you. Thank you so much for that gift. Ok. Colocarse o ponerse. Ok, put on your jacket, ponerse la casaca o la chamarra. Put on your shoes, ponerse los zapatos, put on makeup. Este es la acción, chicos. Ustedes quieren decir maquillarse, esta es la opción que ustedes tienen que utilizar, ¿ok? No es que, no hay un phrasal verb que hemos visto, que es makeup, pero makeup no tiene nada que ver, el phrasal verb no tiene nada que ver con maquillaje. Entonces, si tú estás diciendo, I make up, no estás diciendo yo me maquillo, ¿ok? I make up, no. Este es un phrasal verb, I make up. Pero recuerden, make up es para inventar algo, ¿no? I make up a story, I make up an excuse, ¿ok? Entonces, esto es el phrasal verb, por eso está separado. Esto no significa maquillaje o no significa maquillarse. Esto de aquí, la palabra junta, sí, es maquillaje. Put on makeup. Y si yo digo put on makeup es ponerse maquillaje o como nosotros le decimos, maquillarse. Entonces, si tú estás diciendo I makeup, supuestamente me estoy maquillando, estás usando el phrasal verb incorrecto. El phrasal verb debería ser put on, ¿ok? I put on makeup, la acción de ponerse maquillaje o maquillarse. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Makeup an assignment. Yes, you can use that. That is a sentence that we've used in this case previously. Okay, TikTok doesn't like my sentences. Maybe you can use a dot, a point, a hyphen, or separate the letters so we can so TikTok don't identify them or something like this. Saul, thank you very much for your gift. I really like it. Guys, remember to keep tapping on the screen and share the live. Also, please help me. We have a gold gift goal, okay, with this. Chicos, necesitamos ahí algunas gorritas, por favor. Si me pueden enviar gorritas, me pueden enviar ahí, quiéreme, sería genial. Ok, por favor. A ver, good makeup and assignment. Okay, teacher, okay, TikTok doesn't like. Fernanda, thank you very much for your heart me. I don't have to put up, put up or put on any makeup. Okay, put on any makeup. Next one. Um, can I ask two? I didn't know. Okay, can I ask a question? Yeah, okay. Pongan sus oraciones, chicos, and you can write down your sentences in the comments. Can you repeat phrasal verbs? Oh my gosh. Which do you want, Erica? Okay, oh my god. Is that a German? Humberto? What is that? Okay, it's postponed. Okay, thank you very much for us answering the questions. Okay, I can speak English well, but I would like to prove it. I'm excited to learn new vocabulary. Okay, Carlos, thank you very much for being here, and you can learn a lot of vocabulary here. I put off going to the dentist, Fatima. I put off going to the dentist. Like, I don't want to go to the dentist, and I'm saying, no, maybe next week, and next week. I put off going to the dentist. Listo. Ok, very good. Uti, es que eso es clases de intermedio. Sí, chicos. Sí. El problema es que no les doy un poquito de español, pero la idea es que ustedes traten de... Y si se les complica, es que probablemente todavía necesiten un poquito más de base en inglés. ¿Ok? No es que no quiera explicar todo en español. Quizás necesitamos un poquito más y aquí en TikTok hay un montón de profesores, ¿ok? Tanto de nivel intermedio, nivel básico, nivel avanzado, lo que ustedes gusten. Pero busquen el lugar donde se sientan más cómodos. Okay, guys, that's in this case what we are going to do. Okay, we are going to do that. Dictation. Dictation, guys. Dictation. Tun, 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 tun. A ver. Turun, turun, turun. A ver, let's see. Yeah, okay, let's continue with that. Okay, she forgot to put on her clothes. She forgot to put on her clothes. She forgot to put on her clothes. Okay, yes, that's right. Thank you very much for understanding. Okay, put off, postpone. This is the meaning. To postpone or delay. To postpone or delay. Chicos, si ven una pregunta, ayúdenme. Ok, sí, ya lo vimos del Valle, pero ella no la ha visto, entonces si me pueden ayudar respondiéndolo, sería genial. Ok, she forgot to put off her clothes. Listen and write, guys. She put off She forgot to put off her gloves. She forgot to put off her gloves. Don't allow it? Really? Why, Scott? Is there something? Maybe put off is like the mini the sentence that is not correct. No? Okay. I don't know. Maybe put off is the maybe put off is the word, right? Yeah. Quizás sea la palabra que no se entiende. Put off is a problem. Maybe. Put on. I don't know. Okay, she forgot to put on her clothes. Guys, clothes, no clothes. Clothes is one thing, and globes is the other one. Okay, globes. Okay, number three. Number three. Okay, number three. We're going to continue with, in this case, here. Put out. Now, what does put out mean, guys? What does put out mean? Okay, we are going to use this with fire and with things that are burning. Okay, keep that in mind. When something is burning, okay, we need to stop that, right? For example, imagine I have a candle. Okay, so we have a candle here. Imagine this is a candle. Okay, and you, okay, okay, you light up the candle, and well, you need to stop this, okay, before because okay, I don't know, maybe you say, okay, enough, enough. So you put out the candle. Okay, you put out the candle. You, in this case, extinguished. Okay, which this is a verb that we can use. You extinguished the fire. Okay, to extinguish. We're talking about fire. To extinguish. Well, we're going to see some examples there. Okay, let's see. For example, one more thing. We also say we also said put out a candle. Okay. What else can we put out? Put out a cigarette. Okay. What else can we use here? Mm, put out the flames. Okay, we can use this for fire. Remember, we always use this for fire. Okay. Okay, we're gonna erase this. Okay, here. Put out the flames. Put out a fire camp. A campfire. Put out a campfire. Okay, do you remember, guys, what does campfire mean? A campfire. Okay, when you go camping, this is something like very common, right? Sorry if you say hello, guys, and I don't answer, but I'm in the middle of the class, right? So Sorry, I don't want to interrupt the class a lot, but welcome if you are enjoying the class. So I don't know if this is clear. Okay, when you go camping, you in this case start a campfire. Okay, and then you need to put it out. Okay, you need to put it out correctly. Okay, do you know what is the correct way to put out a campfire? Okay, what is the best way to put out a campfire, guys? What do you have to do? First, if you want to make a campfire, you need to dig. Okay, you need to dig. Okay, you should never put the campfire at the same level of the ground. You should never do that, no? Never at the same level. You always dig, no? You dig a little. You dig a little, okay? And you put the campfire here. Now, when you finish camping, okay, when you finish camping, okay, you need to cover that with sand or with, in this case, with dirt. Okay, so obviously you need to put here water. You need to put water here, but at the same time you need to cover it, okay, with sand. Okay, so in this case, you know that there are some sparks here that can start a fire in the middle of the forest. So what you have to do here is to throw sand, okay? Or you need to cover cover the campfire. Okay, you need to cover the campfire completely like this. Okay? Cover the wood, cover everything with sand, or with dirt. Okay, but with something. Well, the fireman. No. With sand. You need to cover it with sand or dirt. Exactly. Okay, guys, give me some sentences, please, with put out, guys. Put out the fire. Yes, the fireman put out the fire of that house. Yes, Diego, very good. Very good. Okay, what else do we use here? Ah, put out, really? Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for your words. Erica, they are words and that can help you with your vocabulary. John Jimenez, thank you. Thank you so much for that gift. Okay. The phrasal verbs can help you with vocabulary. You know, if you know how to use a phrasal verb, then you have one more instrument to express your ideas. Okay, and in some cases, the phrasal verbs are more common than, for example, this one. Oh, we need to extinguish the fire. We never say extinguish a candle or extinguish a cigarette, no? It's correct, but what people usually say is to put out. Hey, you need to put out a cigarette if you want to enter, okay, if you want to enter to the house. Okay, put out the flames, put out the fire. Now, if we have a fire in a house, we'll put out a campfire. Okay, so that's what we have here. So we're gonna continue with the dictation. Light up a candle, Taylor. Yes, light up a candle. The fireman was putting out the where? The fireman putting out the forest. No, was putting out the forest fire maybe. For the fire of the forest. The fire in the forest, maybe. Okay. Dictation, guys. Ah, one more thing about put out is to put something, one more time, is to put something out. Okay? To put something out. We're talking about something physically. Okay? Like, for example, let's say, for example, put out the trash. No, obviously, it would be much better to say take. No, take out the trash. But we can also use this, okay? We need to put out the trash, okay? Put it out. Hey, put it out. Huh? I don't want to see it here. Yeah, but what is more common here is to take, to take out the trash, for example. Now, come dictation, guys. Dictation. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Remember to put out the candle before sleeping. Or remember to put out the candle before going to bed. Before sleeping, let's say. Okay. Remember to put out the candle before sleeping. Or before going to bed. Remember to put out the candle before sleeping. Before going to bed, also. Another possibility. Oh my God, it's very cold. Yeah, it's much better to use take out the trash. Take out the trash is much better. But it's a chance, no? There is a chance that you can use here put outs. Yeah, it's also possible. Okay, but yes, take out is much better. Remember to put out the candle before sleeping or before going to bed. Yes, that's in this case the sentence. Okay, very good. Congratulations. Remember to keep tapping, guys. Tanya, hello. Welcome to today's class. Franklin, hello. Okay, very good. We put off our meeting till tomorrow. Yes, that's a good sentence. Kenya, thank you. Thank you very much for that round. Okay. In this case, we wrote, remember, no, remember to put out the candle. I'm not gonna have enough space, guys, so I'm gonna write, put out the candle, okay? But here is remember to. Okay, put out the candle before sleeping. Remember that we mentioned remember to, okay? Remember to put out the candle before sleeping, but I'm just skipping. Remember to. Listo, chicos. Recuerden entonces que put out significa apagar. Estamos hablando de apagar el fuego, cuando algo se está quemando, ¿ya? Siempre que algo esté encendido con fuego. Por ejemplo, put out a candle, apagar una vela, apagar el cigarro, ¿no? Apagar las flamas, apagar el fuego, ok, apagar una fogata, put out, ok, estamos hablando de apagar. Podríamos decir put out the lights, ¿eh? Podríamos decir, pero obviamente la forma más correcta es, en este caso, turn off. Recuerden que turn off es apagar también, abarca otros casos, ¿ok? Sobre todo cuando hablamos de cosas eléctricas, ¿ok? Turn off the radio, turn off the lights, turn off the TV, turn off the computer. Estamos hablando de apagar algo eléctrico. Si estás hablando apagar de algo que se está quemando o de algo que tiene que ver con fuego, puedes utilizar esto de aquí, ¿ok? Put out. Y sí, sí se puede poner put out the lights, solo que no es tan popular, no es tan común. Well, guys, let's continue. Number 4. Keep tapping, guys, on the screen. Help me with the gifts and help me with your shares too, okay? Tiki tiki, please. Tiki tiki on the screen. Number 4. Okay, we're gonna continue with run into. Run into. What does run into mean, guys? Oh my gosh, I don't like it. Yeah, okay, it's much better. To run into, guys. What does it mean? Okay, this is a very common sentence. Okay, Meli, thank you very much for being here. Before going to bed, ajá. Meli, muy bien, que me has entendido. Genial. Okay, speaking of the devil, or speaking about the devil, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hello, Nelly. Okay, very good. To meet someone, okay. To meet someone, okay. Somebody, to meet somebody unexpectedly. Okay, that's the first meaning. Unexpectedly. Okay, to meet someone unexpectedly. You didn't want to meet someone. And the second meaning is to collide. Okay, to collide. Okay, or to hit, to collide against something. Okay, like to run into a tree. It means like the car ran into a tree. Okay, it collided. It collided. Well, let's start with run into with. Okay, run into somebody. Run into an old friend. Hey, I ran into Pablito. Okay, I ran into Pablito in the supermarket. I haven't seen him for 10 years. He has a child now. He got married and he's living in New York. Okay, so I met my old friend. I met Pablito. I saw him. Okay, but it was an unexpected, no? I didn't plan. I didn't plan to do it. Okay, it was an unexpected event. Okay, to run into an old friend, to run into the teacher, maybe. Hey, I ran into the teacher. He was running in the park. Okay. Now, that is the first meaning, okay? Run into somebody. Run into somebody here. Okay. Run into somebody. Okay. Now, number 2, we are going to talk about in this case to have an accident. To run into a tree. Okay, to run into a tree or to run into a wall. Remember, we have the car, no? I'm gonna draw a car. Oh my gosh, what is this? Is this a car? Okay, this is my Tesla car. Okay. Okay, and there is here is a tree. Okay, here is a tree. And obviously I didn't stop. I continued driving and I ran into a tree. Okay, so that would be in this case the idea of running into a tree or running into a wall. Okay. You can use it. This is very common for vehicles. This is also very common with vehicles too. Okay, very good. Other phrases that we can use here, for example, is uh, when you find, for example, problems, no? Run into difficulties. Okay, run into difficulties. It means that you find difficulties you didn't expect it. Okay, run into difficulties. Okay, the project is going well, but today we run into a big difficulty. Okay, run into trouble is also possible here. When you have problems you didn't expect. Okay, run into trouble. Yep, you have a lot of information there. Okay, Said, which one? Tower? Run into is this. Okay, he ran into a tree. Um, my uncle was so drunk that he was driving and he ran into a tree. Okay, he ran into a tree. Yes, he was very drunk. Thank you very much, Eleanor. Eleonora, thank you. Thank you very much for your first gift. Okay, very good, guys. Let's read your sentences now. Okay, I ran into some problems when I tried to find a new job. Very good. Maybe I ran into troubles. Maybe I ran into some inconvenience too. I ran into my old friend at the store. Very good. Big LK. I am afraid to run into someone while I drive, or maybe while. In this, when you're using while, it's much better to use the present continuous. While I'm driving. While I'm driving. Or maybe you can say when I drive. I ran into him at the mall today. Yes, very good. Anyone watching from Las Vegas? Maybe there will be someone. Okay, fall on, fall on. Okay, teacher, what is a classroom speak, please? What is? I'm not sure what you're asking, Nelly. We're talking about phrasal verbs and how to use them. Bump into, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, Tanya, maybe 3 years, and then you need to continue practicing. I've studied for 3 years when I was a teenager. Brillo, thank you. Thank you very much for that gift. Okay. The car ran into the tree. Very good, Tonio. I ran into with other car. I ran into another car, Luis. I ran into another car. But when we use that, it's like the car is not moving. It was just there, and you were coming here and you run into the car. Okay, the car was not moving. Now, you were the person that, in this case, crashed, no? Or collided with the other car. I ran into, in this case, a car. I ran into a car. I'm so drunk today that I can run into some problems with my health. Yes, and we ran into many problems. Yes, I ran into another car or I ran into a car. No, it depends on the context, but it's very common to use both. Okay, very good, guys. Let's continue with the dictation. Dun, 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 dun. She ran into a wall while running yesterday. She ran into a wall while running yesterday. She ran into a wall. while running yesterday. Okay. She ran into a wall while running yesterday. Okay, dictation. Listen and write that sentence. I passed by the market and I ran into my high school teacher. Yes, that's a good sentence. We had a good conversation. Very good. Okay, guys, come on, you can do it. She ran into a wall while running yesterday. She ran into a wall while running yesterday. Okay, this is very common when you are distracted with the cell phone. Yes, you're like this, and maybe you can run into someone. Okay. Okay. Tropecé, depende, depende de la situación, en el caso de tropezar, ¿no? Puede ser tropezar de, me tropecé con un amigo, o sea, estábamos trabajando, fuimos a un concierto y nos tropezamos, o sea, que nos vimos, ¿no? Ahí podrías utilizar run into. Ahora, si tú quieres decir tropezar de que te golpeaste con otra persona, la que están caminando los dos, dependería del contexto, ¿no? Ok. Si la persona está parada y tú estás corriendo, tú puedes decir, I run into a person. Allí podrías decir, I run into a person. Yes? I run into a person. O, ahora, si las dos personas están como que corriendo y los dos chocaron, ya esto es chocar, ¿no? Tropezar o chocar con alguien. Y podrías utilizar como que we crash, ¿no? We crash. Crash normalmente se utiliza para autos, ¿no? When, em, cuando estamos hablando de autos en movimiento. Podríamos utilizar we crash también. Si estás hablando de con una persona, creo que también sería bump into, podría ser otra opción. Bump into. Podrías utilizarlo. Okay, Alma, thank you. Okay. Very good, guys. Let's write it down. Remember, we were talking about the past, yesterday. So what is the simple past of run? Okay, in this case, it is, okay, simple past, run, okay, run, run. It's like very similar. It's a very similar. There is a slight difference, okay? Run, run. She ran into, she ran into a wall. Okay, she ran into a wall while running. Yesterday, okay, yesterday, yesterday. Okay, so she was running. Look, okay, she was like this. Okay, and then there was a wall here. Okay, so here is the wall, and she ran into the wall. She was distracted. Okay, she didn't notice the wall. I don't know, something happened, but she collided, collided. Okay, collided with the ball, ran into the wall, bam, into also. She hit against. She hit against the wall. We can use that a lot. Okay, very good. I'm gonna erase this and then we're gonna have a break, guys. 2 minute break. I want you to I want you to put blue heart emojis. Blue heart emojis, guys, in the chat. in the chat. Okay. We're gonna have a commercial time. Okay. Commercial time, guys. Blue heart emojis, please. Blue heart emojis. Okay. Dinner time. Okay. Crash. Para a personas no podríamos decirlo. Es mejor utilizar bump into, run into. Depende de cómo esté. Collided with, hit, against. Ok. Mucho va a depender del contexto. Crash es más como para accidentes automovilísticos. Crash. Lo más común es utilizar bump into, que es como toparse con, chocarse con. Bump into. Run into puede ser encontrar a alguien o chocar contra algo. Ok. Recuerda que run into es si es, el objeto está inmóvil. Ok. Te chocas si chocó contra un árbol, ¿no? Se chocó contra un muro, se chocó contra una persona. Puedes decir run into. Si es que la persona está ahí parada. Si los dos estaban corriendo, podríamos utilizar bump into. Ok, hit against each other. They hit against each other. Okay. There's a lot of combinations there. Okay. Chicos, 2 minute break, okay? This is a 2 minute break. Recuerden que tenemos la clase grupales, group classes, okay? Group classes, they start today, okay? They start today. Group classes, well, these are online classes too. We have 3 groups: basic, intermediate, and speaking classes, guys. Okay, so today we're going to start with the classes. Remember that these classes are 3 times a week: Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, las clases grupales, chicos, son 3 veces a la semana: lunes, miércoles y viernes. Okay, en los siguientes horarios. Recuerden que esto es horario de Perú. Okay, this is Peru's time. I'm going to give you the schedule, but remember that it is in Peru time or Central time if you are in United States. Okay, Central time. Right now it is 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. Here in Peru. So the classes are at 4:30 p.m. Basic classes. Clases de básicos son a las 4:30. Clases de intermedio, intermediate classes at 5:30, and the speaking classes at 7:30. At 7, sorry. Ok, las clases de speaking son a las 7. Estas son para inglés intermedio, alto o avanzado. Ok. Speaking classes are for high intermediate or advanced students. This is because the topics that we discuss are more about a specific area. Okay. For example, this month we're going to talk about culture. And we have a lot of debates about cultures in different parts of the world. So you need to have a lot of English, okay, here. A lot of English level here. Listo, chicos. 3 veces por semana, okay, 3 times a week, by 4 weeks, okay. 3 veces por semana por 4 semanas. Estamos hablando de 12 clases, okay, 12 sessions in total. Okay, 12 sessions, 12 1 hour sessions, okay? These are what we're gonna do in a month, okay? En un mes vamos a hacer las 12 clases, 3 veces por semana durante 4 semanas. Y lo más importante, los precios, okay? How much is it? Okay, if you're in Peru, we have, sería 120 sol, okay? Si eres de Perú, 120 sol. Y si estás en algún otro país, estamos hablando de 42. Ok, estamos hablando de esto. Es un solo pago para el mes. ¿Ok? No es que vas a pagar esto por cada clase. Todo el mes. 120 son o 40 do. Aquí estamos hablando de americano, ¿no? Dólar. Americano. Okay, that's what it is, guys. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to take a screenshot if you need more information, and then we'll continue with the class. Okay, do you have any questions, guys? Any doubts? I ran into a window yesterday. It could be possible, yes. Isidro, thank you so much for that rose. Gracias por la rosita. Run into versus come across. Hay muchos, son muy parecidos ambos. Cuba, muy parecidos. Solo que run into es un poquito más informal que come across. Creo que esa sería la diferencia más grande. Cuando hablas de personas, when you're talking about people, run into and come across are very common. But when you're talking about problems, I run into some problems or I run into some difficulties. Uh, this is like more informal than come across. If you're in a business meeting, it would be much better to use come across. We've come across some inconvenience, okay, or we've come across some difficulties. That would be like the difference between both of them. And yeah, run into is more conversational. Very good. Let's continue now, guys. Are you ready? Tell me, please, if you're ready to continue, or maybe you are sleeping. What are you doing, guys? Okay, tell me, teacher, I'm ready to continue. Are you ready or not? Okay, commercial time is over. Okay, I'm glad to know something about those classes. I might want to. If I want to get in, only one speaker. Okay, yes, Christian, that would be. The whole month. Yes, the whole month. Okay, great, guys. Great, guys. I'm gonna continue with the class. Okay, so and for further information, you can send me the message here. Okay, let's continue. In this case, we're gonna continue with run out. Okay, we talked about run into, and then we'll continue with run out. Guys, what does run out mean? What does run out mean? I must get out. Okay. Still, I'm eating. Okay. Okay. Yes, we're ready. I'm from Peru. I live in Lima. I run out of money. Yes, that's right. So in this case, we are going to talk about, okay, number one, two, use or not having, not having anything. Okay, to use all you have, no? Okay, to use all you have. I'm not sure if this is very clear. To use all you have. So we can talk about, for example, I can have money, okay, but you can say I ran out of, okay? Of is very common here. Run out of. And then you can use the expression like zero. I have zero. No money. In this case, you run out of money. Okay, what else? We can have, or we can use here, run out of milk. Hey, we're running out of milk. Yes, running out of milk. What else can we say here? I'm running out of battery, maybe. I ran out of battery, running out of battery. If you are very tired, you can say, oh, I'm run out of energy. I have no energy. You can say that, huh? Hey, I run out of paper, I run out of battery, I run out of energy, I run out of fuel. I don't have gasoline, maybe. We can say here fuel. Running out of fuel. Yep, you can use that. And the other one, we're talking about expire. Okay, to expire. This is for documents. Okay, for documents. You can say here, for example, my passport. My passport ran out last month. So my passport is expired last month. Okay, the tickets ran out yesterday. It means that they expire. You can't use them anymore. Your coupons, no? Maybe some people have coupons. You can also use that for run out. Okay, guys, I'm gonna read your sentences now. Run out, no. You can separate run out. But in the case of running toss, not you can separate run out. You can separate run into, but you can separate put out and put off. No, we in the case of put on, yes, I think yes, right? I think so. Yes, the first three can be separable, and these two are non-separable. Okay, great. I'm running out of fabric. I have to buy more. Yes. Beads, water, cinema. Yes, excellent. Running out of ideas. Very good. Big LK. Run out of patience. Yes. I ran out. I'm running out of ideas. Maybe Alexandra. Remember that for this phrasal verb, we are using a preposition. The preposition is of. Okay. Run out of. In this case, you can say, I ran out of ideas for giving a surprise party, for preparing, for making a surprise party to my for my brother's birthday. Or maybe you can adjust that idea, Alexandra. Maybe you can say, I ran out, but simple past. I ran out of ideas for my brother's birthday party or for my brother's surprise party. For my brother's birthday, no, surprise birthday party, something like that. Okay, Nahia, Naya, thank you very much for your words. Entretenimiento, send me a message here. Puedes mandar un mensajito para darte información. Okay, very good, very good. The tickets run out, okay? Quiere decir que los tickets se expiraron, okay? Expiraron. The tickets run out. Mi pasaporte expiró. Estamos hablando de documentos, chicos, ¿ya? Expired. No vayamos a utilizar eso para alimentos, ¿ah? No que la leche se venció, no. Documentos, okay? Mi pasaporte expiró, mi pasaporte venció. Okay, these are all, this is only for documents, okay? For documentation. Okay, guys, let's continue with the next sentence. Listen to the following sentence and write it down. The printer ran out of paper. The printer ran out of paper. Or the printer ran out of paper. Listen and write. Bonsoir, Sia. Merci beaucoup pour être ici. Je peux parler un peu de français. Euh, j'ai étudié français 10 ans avant. Okay. The printer ran out of paper. Okay. Que ligeramente. Okay. Great. Okay. I've studied French 10 years ago. No, like 15 years ago. Yeah. But my French is a little rusty. Okay. Let's write it down, guys. The printer or the printer. You can say the printer with the letter T, or you can say the printer. Okay. The printer ran out of paper. What does printer mean, guys? What does printer mean? The printer ran out of paper. What does it mean? Okay, let's continue. Okay, yes, that's right. No, this is like the device that we have to print things. Next one, we are going to continue with sit down. What does sit down mean, guys? Okay, this is a very formal sentence or a very formal phrasal verb. To sit down is to, in this case, to write something officially. Something, to write something officially. This is very formal. Okay, very, very formal. To write something officially. Yes, the repetition is in my YouTube channel. If you want to check that, go to YouTube. The name is Teacher en Línea. Okay, chicos, si quieren ver la repetición de la clase, está siendo transmitida también por YouTube y por Kik, chicos, ¿ya? Estamos por las tres plataformas. Estamos en vivo, por si acaso, ¿ya? Así que no es grabación. No es grabadazo, chicos. Así que si quieren verlo, vayan aquí. Teacher en Línea en estas plataformas. Y se van a la sección de en vivos. O vayan al link de mi perfil, ahí también se los va a mandar. Sit down to write something officially. This is very formal, okay? Sit down. For example, we can say here, sit down conditions. Sit down rules. Okay, to write them down or to make them clear. Okay, make something clear. Okay, to make that, to set down rules, to set down conditions, to set down requirements. Okay, this is very, very, very formal. Okay, very, very formal. To establish other possibility, to establish conditions, to establish rules. Okay, guys, before we start with the class, I'm going or we need to sit down. some important rules. Yes? So in this case, I'm going to establish or I'm going to make clear some rules I have for you. You need to participate a lot. Not Spanish, okay, Spanish is not allowed. What else? You need to respect your partners. Okay, you need to be a respectful person. You need to be polite. You need to be helpful. Okay, you need to help your classmates. So in those cases, I am setting down. Okay, I am establishing some rules, or I'm making these rules clear for you. Okay, you need to keep those rules in mind. It's the same in the case of set down conditions. Okay, we can also use have here set down laws. Set down, set down laws. But in this case, this is in the case of the government. Okay, we set down laws for the government. Okay, very good. Let's continue now, guys, with the dictation. Okay, let's see. Hey, Gerardo, yes, I have group classes and personalized classes. You can send me a message here, uh, or you can send me an inbox message on TikTok too. Okay, you say just tell me exactly what you need, group or what you're interested in, personalized classes or group classes. Okay, here, sit down. Dictation, guys. Listen and write the following sentence. Okay, listen and write down the following sentence. She set down her thoughts in writing. She set down her thoughts in writing. Set down my number. Yeah, it's possible, but we don't use set down for in those situations. It's much better to use them for formal, very formal or academic situations or contexts. Okay, she set down her thoughts in writing. He set down her thoughts in writing. He's set down. Okay, so remember that set down is very formal. If you want to use something different, you can use, for example, write down, put down. Okay, she set down her thoughts in writing. In writing. Ok, chicos, entonces set down significa establecer, ¿ya? O poner por escrito. She set down, she set down her thoughts. Esto sería como que dejó por escrito sus pensamientos, thoughts, okay? She set down her thoughts in writing. Dejar por escrito, okay? Dejar por escrito. Es muy formal, es muy formal. We need to set down conditions, ¿no? Ellos pusieron por escrito las condiciones, ok, set down rules, pusieron por escrito las reglas o establecieron, depende del contexto, pero se utiliza de manera bastante formal, set down, ¿ok? Establecer leyes, set down laws, ¿no? Establecer leyes o poner por escrito las leyes. Nuevamente, puede ser, depende del contexto, algo hablado, ¿ok? Vamos a poner algunas reglas, chicos, aquí, ¿no? Vamos a poner algunas reglas antes de empezar con la clase. We need to set down some rules, ¿ok? Entonces, o podrías ponerlo por escrito, ¿no? He set down some rules in writing. Okay, dejo por escrito. The last sentence, guys, oh well, the last phrasal verb is to set off. Okay, to set off. To set off. Este también, cuando hablamos de set, van a ver que muchos de los phrasal verbs son bastante formales. Okay, set off. It's very formal. very formal phrasal verb. Okay, what does set off mean? Okay, she has needed to sit down to her own book. I'm not sure exactly what you are trying to say there, Gerardo. She dropped her thoughts in writing. Yes, that's much better. That's more in this case conversational. Okay, very good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, set off. In this case, is to start a journey. Okay, to start a journey. To start a journey. Esto también es bastante, no es formal, pero sí se utiliza más como para libros de manera figurativa, ¿no? Start a journey. To start traveling. Okay, to start traveling. That is the first meaning. To start traveling. Number two, set up. Number two, to activate something. We're talking about alarms. Okay, to activate, to set up. So, for example, in the case of set off, maybe we can say, oh, they set off tomorrow. They set off tomorrow. Yes, they set off early tomorrow. Ellos emprenderán un viaje. Okay, they will start traveling. They will start their trip tomorrow. Okay, set off. This is more for writing. Okay, es un poquito más, un estilo más literario. Yes, to set off. Now, on the other hand, we have to activate. Maybe you can use this for alarms. Okay, you can say, for example, my clock alarm sets off at 6. Okay, my clock alarm set off at 6. Okay, or the smoke alarm set off, the smoke set off the fire alarm. Okay, estaremos hablando de activar. Mi despertador se activó, ¿no? Empezó a sonar a las 7. The smoke set off the fire alarm, no? In this case, the smoke activated the fire alarm, okay? El humo activó la alarma contra incendios. Este sería el segundo significado, okay? Set off, cuando hablamos acerca de alarmas. Okay. Very good, guys. Let's continue with the following sentence. Terminamos con esta oración, chicos, okay? That's the last sentence. Okay. Let's see. Delete, let's see. His words set off a big fight. His words set off a big fire. Evelyn, hello, welcome. His words set off a big fight. His words set off a big fight. ¿Poner una alarma? No necesariamente. La alarma se enciende o suena. Se, se coloca. Ok. Es como decir configurar, ¿no? I set off my alarm. Okay, I set off my alarm at 7. I set off my alarm at 7. Okay, yo configuro o coloco mi alarma para las 7. Okay. O lo otro es to activate, ¿no? Empezar a sonar. His words set off a big fight. Look at that. His words. set of, ok. Eso es más literario, como les digo, chicos. Hay otras palabras que podríamos utilizar, pero en libros vas a ver esto bastante a menudo. His word set of, okay, a big fight, no? So, like, he said something that uh, started a big fight. Okay, his word started a big fight. He said like, "Hey, your mother is like that," and the other person reacted, "Hey, what are you talking? Why are you talking about my mom?" And then start fighting. Okay, his words activated or like to start. Okay, his words started a big fight. Well, that in this case is all that we're gonna do for today. So please copy all that information, and we're finishing with this for today. Thank you very much for being here. And remember to check, in this case, the repetition of the class here. Okay, if you've got recently to the class, please try to check the repetition here on Teacher and Linear. Okay, that's the name of my channel. Well, guys, thank you very much. I'm gonna say goodbye here first. Oh my gosh, my hair is a mess. Okay, and we'll continue on Friday. Bye bye.